quick, hasn't it? And as I said, I do one. I've gone live on Friday Night Live at 8:30. So if you've got this far, brilliant. Welcome. I kind of answered everything last week of the questions, didn't I? So I had a few positive comments in about going live again. So I thought I'd give it a go. Might not get any viewers at all. Might get a few. Who knows? So I'm just doing a few things so that I can see, because I had trouble picking up the questions last week. They come up on the screen so quick. So I just want to do this while no one's online. This might be a complete failure. So I'm going to go there. What's happening there then? I've got some. Hello, whoever you are, if you're welcome. Don't know if you've seen me before. Butcher to vegan. Quite simple, really. I was a butcher for 32 years, and I've been vegan for three and a quarter years now. In March, and it's April. So yeah, 3.25 years. So if you've followed me already or know anything about me, welcome back. If you've got any questions, just please ask. I did say I'd do another one, so this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it now. So please, but I might go over the same waffle a few times, but I'll just do a quick update on things. Last week I talked to, because a lot of people, I should point out, I've noticed have watched these later on, so I'm just thinking, let's get this. I just got it up there so I can see the questions when they come along as well. Just trying to see what the questions are, because I don't get. This is amateur, sorry. So yeah, just want to make sure I can see when questions come up. Yeah, if you watched last week, I answered everyone's questions, and there were quite a few questions. I got a few from the Fast Animal Sanctuary. So let's start. Let's start at the beginning. I was a butcher for 32 years, now a vegan. I've explained that already. I know that it's just a waffle on. Don't want to take up time on it. But yeah, and so people are intrigued, why did you? And I answered all that in last week's one. So if that's a question you want to ask, please go to that. And last week I ranted and raved about a Chinese takeaway in Gloucester, which is quite close. It's about 6 miles from my door. And we went in there the other week, and then I went back there last Saturday for a takeout, which I did a shorts video on. So if you go back through the channel, you'll see a short video on it, and it was from Zen V Garden. And they're absolutely amazing. And since that, I discovered there's a great restaurant, and we went to the barn as a group of FARS, because I'm part of the FARS volunteers, which is Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary, which is based just outside Stratford-upon-Avon. But yeah, they've got an amazing, it's not a massive array, but if I just show you that, of different things they do at this Zen V Garden, vegan and vegetarian restaurant. You've got to be a bit careful as a vegan to get the vegan and not the vegetarian options, but they had some awesome stuff there, and we tried the different things from the, just do you want to check something out? Yeah, that's right. We had the spring rolls, we had some wonton, we had the drumsticks, and we had this crispy seaweed. We had all sorts of things, and we had the teriyaki sushi, which was really, no, we had was it the Ocean Not Duck? It was really nice. I mean, I'm not giving it correct justice and credit by the way I'm talking about it, but it was really, really good. Yeah, so we had a number of different items, and I've done two short videos on it. So if you've seen any of them, you'd see what I'm on about. But it was Zen V Garden, so I'm going to give that a massive shout out while it's early doors. And if anyone goes back, you can always rewind and see this. They're based in Gloucester, so authentic, and put it this way, it's so good. We've never had a dessert from there. Gonna have to. But the bubble tea, oh, I didn't realise what bubble tea was. It's phenomenal. I love it now. I really, really love it. And the last shout out I'm going to do is these golden glazed donuts. If you see these at a vegan fair, they are awesome. I've done a couple of videos, shorts on them as well when I've had them. And my daughter got one. The lemon drizzle one she got me for Easter. It was absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, I don't know what to say really. Everyone was, well, not everyone, look at me. A lot of people were saying, do another one. So I thought, well, if I do Fridays at the moment, so I'm thinking of doing Friday night, Saturday, because those vegan guys mix it up and they do every third Friday night, and I'm not going to go anywhere near their toes because I like watching them participating in theirs, to be honest. So That's the reason why I'm going to do Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Just preferences. If anyone's got any recommendations, please tell me. I'm really interested. I'm genuinely interested. And if you've got any questions, please ask away. You know, please do. One thing I will say is I had this farm foods leaflet come through my front door a couple of weeks ago actually, and I was going to do a separate video on it, but we're doing a live one. The price they charge is so cheap, and I understand there's a food crisis, but it also shows what's so wrong with it. We're so mass produced on whatever we get. I mean, I'm just looking through it now, and they got apparently, though, I will say one thing good about farm foods. I keep seeing that they've got the I'm going to say it's either the vegetarian butcher or what the cluck, one of those two at the moment, and they are dirt cheap prices, and they've got some. I've seen them advertised, so I thought, you know, I can't not. But what I'm going to say is, when you get all the stuff they do on here, and it's the price they put on an animal's life, is absolutely tragic, really, isn't it? Making sure I go through it all. Yeah, whether it's chicken, fish based, meat based, you know, lamb, pork, or beef, it's absolutely atrocious. You know, I mean, 8 extra large fish cakes, $2.99. 3/4 of a kilo, so 750 grams of haddock fillets, $7.99. 4 sea bass fillets, so that's 2 sea bass fish, $5.99. But that tells you that they're putting the price of that 2 sea bass. They're putting the price of a sea bass at under £3. Let's put it that way. And I just come through, and it's all junk food. It's all crap. I mean, they've got the Rustler's big cheese for $1.90. I'm not endorsing them. I'm not advocating them. I'm just trying to give the facts as they are, and it's quite sad, really. But you know, it really is sad. So if you've got any questions, please ask away. And if you watch this later, you can always put questions in, and I will always respond to them on the next one, sort of thing. So I'm just going to quickly check my phone and see if I had any questions on the recent videos I do. I try to do a short every day, near enough, and I do a longer stretch video. I do mean food shop, which was it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't too good. Aldi this week. I'm a stickler for Tesco's, but I went to Aldi, and Tesco's is my norm. I said I'd set a budget of £40 a week and try all the different supermarkets, because in fairness, you've got to no, I've got no messages there. Not a biggest channel either, I should point out. I mean, I've just hit 1,100 subscribers this week, and it's the watch hours, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. The last one, I've got quite a few watch hours, and I'm trying to get it up so that I can then give the money to FARS for the first 6 months. Is what I've said I'll do initially, and we'll go from there. But yeah, just trying to find out if I've got any messages anywhere that I can answer on here now. Nope, I haven't got that. No. Got to be careful because I've got myself like I don't want that. No questions. This is a bit of a difficult one, and I only put this in there that I was going to do this in one of the videos, so it might come up in the alerts and someone might join in. It might not. I mean, we had a few interesting people join in last week, so and I obviously don't know where they're from. It's live, so you don't know. So yeah. Hope I'm not boring you too much, because this is like Waffle Station, isn't it, at the moment? I'll tell you what, because people do watch these things later on, I'm already thinking, this is my dog Peggy down in here, by the way. She bought a collie. She's just, wants a bit of affection. Oh, girl, didn't you? And, yeah, I should point out that I'm a dog walker now. This is really, you know, I've been a dog walker now for it'd be almost 5 years, so 5 years soon. Yeah, last week there were a few people came on and we had some interaction, and it was quite difficult because I had so many questions to answer, and then questions were coming up on the screen that said, now I've got no questions to answer, and no questions are coming up on the screen. So I hope I'm not boring you too much. You know, if you're just watching this for that, that's fine. I don't mind, because you know, if you've been with me 10 minutes almost, I appreciate it, because it puts my watch time up, and every minute helps. So I'm just trying to get there. I'll tell you what I will do. I always do my I keep looking over there because I've got items. I do my vegan food review. So what I'll do is I'll grab the bag of bits and pieces, and I might as well kill two birds with one stone. I'm live, and I might as well do it. Yeah. Sorry, Pegs. Give me a sec. I'm going to grab the items. So I'm going to keep an earshot so you can hear me still. But I'm just going to grab the pieces, and I'll do the review while we're here. So I am here. I'm not disappeared anywhere. I'm not running away. I'm just grabbing them. So yeah, I'm coming back. Yeah. So what I normally do is the regulars who know this, I do all the review on all the foods that I've tried recently. Trouble is I haven't got the thing I put it in. And I do them. That's still really good actually. I've got a few bits and pieces here. If we get any questions, I'll answer, of course. But this is from Aldi. I had some rich tea biscuits. They're probably they're the cheapest. They are the cheapest, but they're the worst ones as well. So we're going to give them 4 out of 10. No pork sausage rolls, plant menu. Some people like them. I didn't, so I'm going to give them 4 out of 10 too, to be honest with you. May seem a bit harsh, but I genuinely give the prices that I like. I got the Aldi ginger nuts from Aldi. I'll give them 7 out of 10. They were good. Unlike the rich tea biscuits, which I like biting into bricks, to be honest with you. Which in the military they called HB biscuits, and they were like that, but thinner, but like that. And if you know what, I'm not going to say it because this is child friendly. The crispy battered no beef strips, not bad. I will give them a go again. I'm going to say 7 out of 10 because I honestly don't know. I'm going to give them another go. Those plant menu crispy battered no beef strips, and I'll give them 10 out of 10. And what I will say with Aldi is fresh vegan options, rubbish. The worst place I've been to so far. But frozen, they had quite a lot, so I've got to give them a bit of credit somewhere. And I'm going to say, you know, I will go back up when I've got a bit of room in the freezer. Linda McCartney, vegetarian. Oh, and you should see most of these things in my short videos that I do daily. Linda McCartney's vegetarian country pies. They're good. I pick them up when they're on sale. I'll give them 8 out of 10. It's Linda McCartney. You've got to go that way. I got Sainsbury's vegetable biryani. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. So I'm going to have to chuck all this back in the bag in a minute because I recycle it all later on, but I can. And when I was at Zenvi Garden, they've got a little shop in there and it's fantastic. And I picked up a few bits and pieces. And one of the things I picked up, curry char pao yu, seitan tidbits, gluten, braised gluten, seitan bit. I had no hope on this whatsoever. I had no ambitions, it was great. 8 out of 10. Really good. That tin, alright, it's 285 grams, which is apparently 10 ounces. It was filling. Just that with some microwave rice, £1.80. I'll be buying that again, 8 out of 10. I might even up the grade later on. Plant Pioneers, no chicken samosas. I picked them up, they were on offer. I'm going to give them 7 out of 10. Should do a separate thing on this, shouldn't I, really? Tesco tortilla chips, lightly salted. They're not as good. The Stockwell cheaper ones are better, so I'm going to give them 3 out of 10. They're not as good. Stockwell's are better. I mean, I know I'm uneducated and, but you know. Sainsbury's Moroccan style hummus. I'll give that a 6 out of 10. I know I scored it recently and I can't remember what I scored it, but yeah, I can give it 6 out of 10 now. And I've talked about this a few times. I'm allergic to nuts, so I can't have anything. And peanuts, so I can't have things like peanut butter. But I pick up from a local grocery store organic sunflower roasted seed butter, and they do a raw one as well. It's a lot more expensive than buying peanut butter, but it's an indulgence, a luxury at certain times. I love that. I'm going to give that 8 out of 10. I'm going to put these things back in the bag, ready for recycling, and then I've got a couple of more items, and that's it on the food review. I usually let it build up to mass and do like a 10-15 minute review on these things, but you know, I can recycle it earlier, and I'm happy with that, you know. And anyone who comes back that's a regular and watches this later on will see those, so they know the score as well. Please, questions, comments, please leave them. I really do appreciate them. Last couple of items from, I picked up these battered no pork sausages. They were pretty good. I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. I'll tell you what, and I've got some in the freezer still. I made my own using a deep fat fryer, an air fryer, and I picked up the Beyond sausages when they were being sold out at Tesco's. They don't do them anymore, and they're really good. So I'm going to leave it like that. And finally, last but not least, I'm never buy. The only dessert I ever buy is a strudel. And there's a joke. Jane watches my videos, and I joke about the apple. I've got an apple from Woodland Fruit recently, haven't I? The last two, but I never buy ice creams or anything. I picked these up. Strawberry and vanilla ice cone, green cones from Plant Menu. They're really good. They're gone. 4 in now. I picked them up Wednesday. I've had one a day. I must have had 2 one day because they've gone now. I'm going to give them 9 out of 10. They were a real nice indulgent treat. They did another one, but they had nuts, chocolate. They had nuts on. So hence, being allergic to nuts, I couldn't have the nuts. So, yeah. And that's all the food review that I've got because I usually build it up for a lot longer. And like I said, do a 15-20 minute video on it and just go through it. But if you've got any, please, if you've got any recommendations on things I should try, I do follow others and, you know, get inspiration from Family 4 Explore, those vegan guys. I haven't watched Bosch in a long time. The Happy Pair I like, you know. If you're vegan and what made you go vegan? Because it's an interesting question. People always ask me that. I think it blows their mind a bit because I'm at the butchery side of things. But like I said, been a while now, 3 years and 4 months, and a complete 4 months as well. So yeah, sorry, I'm getting to it's the end of April, isn't it? Yeah, so you know, please leave any comments you want about how your day's been, how your week's been, what you've been up to, what you're looking forward to. It's a bank holiday weekend, so that's something to look forward to, isn't it? Have you got anything nice planned? I'm a dog walker now, as I said, so I've got a couple of walks, but only one in the morning. I take my dog out in the morning and in the evening, and a couple of customers. Nothing major. I'm just going to enjoy having the time off, I think, to be honest with you. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. So I don't know what to say. Oh, what's your best 11 out of 10 meal? Okay, best 11 out of 10 meal. If I had to give anything a 10 at the moment, I love making at home. Using tofu. I make like a sweet and sour tofu battered like they used to. I used to enjoy the chicken and the pork, especially the pork. I'm not going to lie about it. I used to enjoy like sweet and sour mix, and they do it with in the battered balls with tofu, and so with pork, chicken, and even prawns. So what I do is I make a batter at home. I pan fry the tofu slightly, dip it in the batter, which is dead easy to make. It's just plain flour, a bit of salt, and some soya milk, and then I coat it and I put it in a deep fat fryer. And then if it got any little bits left over, gaps I should say, I re-dip it, do it again, but then I drain it off on kitchen paper towel, and then I put it in the air fryer to finish off. So I only just getting the batter to seal. So if I'm making it at home, and then I buy a cheap sauce, the Tesco range, but then I add extra tomato or pineapple, or sometimes both, sometimes one or the other, sometimes some peppers in there. And I like sweet and sour. I've got a real sweet tooth. But last week at this ZV, I had some of their crispy beef, but it's vegan, of course. If I find it, where is it? The beef. It was my daughter and my son-in-law, both meat eaters, but they went all along and they loved it. We had nothing negative to say about it. If I could only find, what was it called? It was the crispy beef. Crispy chili beef, but it's not beef, obviously. It was immense, and it's a favourite, but I do buy those Tesco, I'm going to say Plant Chef, isn't it? Tesco Plant Chef pieces, and they're really cheap, $1.75 a packet, and they're fresh. And I'm going to try a crispy beef. I've done a crispy beef sort of thing before, but that hit the nail on the head. Whereas the Aldi, which I just did a review on, wasn't as good. Was nowhere near. It was a different level, you know. But that's an authentic. And I'll have to ask them what they use to do it. It was either pea protein or I don't think it was tofu. But I like at home if I make it sweet and sour. There's also a good if I could choose two, green cuisine fishless fillets. They're fantastic. But you know, there's a lot of good stuff out there. Sorry, can I ask before I waffle on? What's your favourite? Takeaway, make it yourself, whichever. What is your favourite meal? But saying now, while you're gonna, hopefully you'll answer that. That'll be great. I plan on videoing meals. I did a smoothie right at the very beginning because this channel's been going for just over 3 years, and within the first month or two, I did a smoothie using the old processor, which I blew up during lockdown, and I've got another one. But yeah, I want to start doing it, but I need to get a special arm for my tripod so that I can put the camera down and film. I'm never going to be Bosch level. It's just me, and I'm a little bit rustic on it, and I like the fact that I'm a little bit rustic on it. I mean, I must improve my editing skills. I did sign up for Matt Diavella course last Easter, and I still haven't completed it, which is a lack of commitment on my part, but I should. But yeah, what's your favourite meals? I mean, you know, is it a Pacific range? I mean, is it Mexican, Chinese, Indian, British food? Do you live in America? Do you have special things that, you know, it's I'm genuinely interested, and I look for inspiration and ideas. That's why I do watch Gaz Oakley. Matt Pritchard, Dirty Vegan, doesn't do any anymore, but he's he's an excellent cook. Has to be any type. Okay, any type of curry. So yeah. The funny thing is, lunch of the cream, any type of curry. They do curries, and every time I've been put off, I'll explain why. What kind of curry? When you say any, is it just on the sauce range? Is it an Indian range or a Chinese range? Because obviously chip chop curry sauce is completely different, but they do curries, don't they? So I don't want to take anything for granted and assume something. But well, we're going to do this. I did a curry sauce with potato, cabbage, broccoli, and carrot. Didn't appeal to me. And I actually said to my daughter, the thing that put me off on this is the potato. We're going to have to try it, because everything else they do is banging, basically, including they've got sweet and sour. Oh, we had the sweet and sour in our meal, and it was great. I didn't choose it. I think my son-in-law did. But yeah, curry. Tell you, it was nice meeting you at Farm. Oh, are you, Talia? Yeah, we caught a bit of your live last week too. Mine and Dylan's favourite meal was. Oh, can I see them? See, this is what I didn't like about mine and Dylan's favourite meal is a good vegan cheeseburger with Beyond Meat, right, and some fancy ciabatta buns, right? Okay. Sorry, you were the last customer, so the burgers weren't that great. Let's be honest. And I've been looking at to do for. We can't use Beyond Burgers at Fars. They're the best vegan burgers out there. Yes, they are. I've actually made my own using seitan at home, and I've made them, but it was a bit of a faff, but they tasted great, and I shouldn't be such a lazy. I should make them in bulk and put them in the freezer. But right, we do use the, I'm not going to lie, we use the cheap frozen ones for convenience and packaging, because every penny we can get at Fars, for Fars is Fars, isn't it? And that, oh, thank you for the comment. I love them. Yeah, I did answer your question, and you can go back. What did you? I put the pad away. If you ask the question on here now, I'll answer it again. If you haven't seen me answer the question, that is. Obviously, if you've seen me answer it, you don't need to hear it twice. Yeah. So I'm trying to play around with burgers and come up with some great ideas. Like with a chili jam, some pickle, cheese, and it's a difficult one. If I could do it fast, I'd do a quadruple, because they're such a thin burger. But the Beyond Burgers are fantastic, and I've done a few on here. What I will say, as you said about the ciabatta, Aldi do the best brioche vegan buns out there. They're without a shadow of a doubt, they're the best. And if you toast your bun, it seals in, doesn't it? And you know, with a bit of a vegan mayo, tomato ketchup, or sweet chili jam, cheese, especially if you put the cheese in between. You've got to get the cheese melting. That's the hardest thing with vegan cheese, is getting it to melt, isn't it? But if you're doing it at home and you've got the saucepan and you do the Beyond Burger, and then you put the cheese, when you turn it over, give it a few minutes, and you put the cheese on top. Oh, yeah. I'm a great one. Thank you, Leslie Canada. Yeah, that's one of the things. Talk to me about timings, because it'd be lovely to have you on the chat one day. But thank you for logging on. Please get back and watch it. She great contributor, always asking questions. Yeah, so make the burger. So you toast them both, and then put a bit of onion in. You can't get fancy at Fars though. You know, I like to do red onion rings and lettuce and that, but you can't do it. And if you've seen some of the videos that I've done previously, you see what I mean. And my biggest ever video was a vegan chicken burger, because I couldn't get any. It was during lockdown, right at the very beginning, and it got 24,000 views. And I did it in a bagel with oven chips, the crinkly oven chips, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, what's going on here? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Talia, are you based in Bristol way? Because we're on about it came up last week, and I've written it down somewhere. There's a restaurant just over the border in Wales, a pub, which is completely vegan, and there was a few comments about we should do a meet-up there, and it sounds like a great idea. So I went to the barn, and I'm going back to the barn in Rugby, but it's such a trek for me. It's 2 hours, and like yourself, pardon me, I knew you had to travel a fair distance to get to the fast, and I put all together, and you guys were the ones who were going to get the training, had the trouble and all. So fair play to your commitment on coming across to the open day. That was amazing. Yeah. And I don't know if you've caught up with the fast lately, but the sheep have all been sheared this week. So Ben and Ellie have been really busy. But yeah, I am. But I don't get over there enough, to be honest with you, and I've got to try and make some dedicated time. Yeah, especially during the summer months, I think, coming up. But it's just completely run by volunteers, isn't it? So, like I said, I do apologise because you would. I think you would. If you weren't the last customers, you were one but last customers, and we're right at the end. And on the Saturday we had queues of 70. Well, we had lots, and we sold a lot of burgers. I've got your questions behind me. Baked Oxford, lots of vegan pubs and stuff here too. We were so happy to go to one. We were really good. Do we? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we do a few. I said, look at me, the royal way. I'm nothing at fast. I volunteer. I help out where I can financially. I tend to personally do things like long walk. I did the Cotswold Way last year. I think in total raised about £1,000, about £1,000 in total doing different things to fast last year. That's why marshmallow and oats are the. Unfortunately, it's only oats now. Marshmallow passed, but they're my sponsored sheep, and yeah. I love us, and thank you for coming. It was amazing to meet you. And yeah, Oxford. I haven't been there since I last went there, just the Christmas before lockdown. And Oxford's a great city, so I need to get back down there. And the great thing for me is you can drive to the car park and get on the parking ride, and then just go into the city, can't you? And it's pretty good. And I'm glad you got some great foods there. But don't be put off if the town's starved. Even Witherspoons do Witherspoons. If you've got one, you must have one in God. They do Beyond Burgers. I'm not saying get their curries where they deep fry the blimmin' poppadoms and all the rest, and it comes out all dripping of grease. But they do Beyond Burgers, which and you can get you can double it for I think it's £1.50 to double the Beyond Burger. So it's a bargain. But yeah, if you've got favourite places you like going to there, please let us know, because it'd be interesting to know. It genuinely would be interesting to know. I mean. Some of the people on the Fast Open Day were telling me places like in Birmingham and Sutton Coldfield way, and I've got it all written down. It's all written down, and I do keep these things in mind in case we do go out that way. Like I said, so I'm sorry. For some reason I thought it was Bristol way, but that's because we were talking to a guy Bristol way last Friday on the live chat, and he was saying about there's a pub. The cat's coming. This is Ty. If you're going to come across just a bit here, I've got a cat right next to me. If you don't believe me, can you get a paw in? No. It's like animal abuse if I do that to you, isn't it? I've got a cat right there. He never lets me What I will do while we're live is it looks like I'm going to. If you don't know this already, I do 2 charities, FARS and a local food bank, and I give them coffee I buy coffee there every day, the occasional cake there, and I sponsor someone for their food bank parcel because there are people that need help, and just paying it forward and doing one good deed a month sort of thing. But what I'm also doing, and you're going to get a cat in the way in a minute. Go on, where are you? Yeah, just go across there. Sorry, the cat's. Yeah. So what I do each month is I do the Wheel of Misfortune, if you've seen it, and I spin the roulette wheel around, put the ball on, and it lands on a number, and that's a challenge. I think I'm going to fail, but I'll talk about it. It's not the end of the month yet. I had to cycle at 10k a day, but my car broke down last Thursday on the back of an hill, and it was a big problem, a 4-digit repair job problem, and I've had to cycle. Now you think that's great, but I did 120 miles in 3 days, with 60 of those miles being on Tuesday. Absolutely shattered. Oh God, I've got two. They're identical. Zeus and Typhoon, which are called Ty. I didn't name either of them. My daughter named them. They were, one was going to be mine, one was going to be my daughter's. My daughter got them when she was at university and on holiday one year, and so I got Zeus, Ty, and Peggy, the collie, and they're identical brothers. You can't tell them apart. The only way you get them to tell them apart is, well, actually you can at night, because Zeus is a cuddle bunny. He lie on the bed every night. He's affectionate. Ty just wants to be out. It's a bit of a party animal, is Ty. But as it's not night time yet, I'm going to say that's probably Zeus, but I can't guarantee it. He doesn't come back. Peggy's my collie. She's an old, yeah, that's the collar rattle. And I quite often have my daughter, if you watch the videos, the big sheepadoodle is Digby. That's my daughter's fur baby, she calls him, and he's 2.5, but Peggy's 19 in August. And she also has a cat called Miles, who's full of character. Yeah, if he's not going to come. Can I get you there? No. Cameron loves you, but you're not going to be part of it, are you? What I am going to do, I'm going to do the next month's challenge live while we're here. Might as well. You know, I've got I have a list here, and I'm not going to waste time. I'll just put it there, and the ticked ones are the ones I'm doing. I'm on the bike one. I'm probably going to fail this month, and it's so close to the end. 28, so I can put a tick next to that. I've done 100 press-ups a day, which I completed. I did the 100 sit-ups a day, which I completed. And in February I did the Dave Goggins 4x4x48. And that was exhausting. And there's a long story why that happened. But I've got things like up at 5 a.m. every day, plank 15 minutes every day, skier, a first every day, all sorts of things. They're all there. And I'm going to get the roulette wheel, I'm going to spin it live. So just bear with me. I'm only going to stand here, keep me on there. And what I'll do is I'll take a picture and show you the picture, because you can't, oh, you maybe, I don't know. And so it's obviously 1 to 37. If it lands on 5, 14, 20 or 28, I have to spin again. And yeah, because we've done them challenges and I'm not doing them again. We're going to spin it around. You can hear it live, and I'll stop. I'll say the number and I'll make sure you see it. Damn it. Right, I don't want to lose that ball. Too much. Yeah, so I don't have to do anything this month because the ball flew out. I did it too hard. I'll do it again. Not quite so hard. I wanted this last month. I really wanted this last month. Number 7. Actually, if I can show you that. Where is 7? It's landed on number 7. Wait a minute, sorry, not that. Oh, there is a God. What is there? That's the question. Let's not get all biblical. But I'm chuffed to bits that I got that lucky number 7. That might subconsciously have put that as a. I'm going to show you. I'm happy to. Number 7. 30 minutes meditation every day. Yes. Take some me time. I will complete that. If I don't complete that one. Oh. If I fail the challenge, I donate £100 to the local food bank. So yeah. And I did do all the previous ones, the sit-ups, the press-ups, and the 4x4x48, which I started on a Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Oh, no, I didn't. 3 p.m. Friday afternoon in February, and I finished at the last one was at 11 a.m. on Sunday. I completed it all, but I still donated the money because I felt guilty because I completed all the challenges. And I'm sure, but I think I'm going to fail this one. So, oh, I'm so chuffed if I can't do meditation. But that's going to be weird. I don't get time for me like that. I've got a cat again. I've got two cats and a dog, and they don't give me 5 minutes between them. Peggy's usually let down here, but she's doing her own thing. Oh, that was an electric socket still. That's good. Okay. What are you doing? Turn that off actually, I think, because I don't know. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this challenge. And it's genuinely the first and probably it's the only challenge I'm genuinely looking forward to. Actually, it's Rubik Cube, I suppose I look forward to as well. But I'm looking forward to that one, I really am. But yeah, oh, I'm chuffed I did that live. The chances of getting 30 minutes of meditation a day were, I didn't think it was going to come in. So yeah, potentially there's 3 years worth of things on there because you get the 36, don't you? 36 different ones. Oh, there are a couple of nice ones on there like litter picking, Rubik's Cube, plank, cook from scratch every day, midnight meal. That's going to be interesting. Skier experience, yeah. Cook from scratch. No coffee. Read for an hour every day. I used to be a fanatical reader, but I've just stopped. And this pile of books here, I haven't read any of them. I've got them all to read, so let's just go through them quickly. I've got a Wild Camping, Atomic Habits by James, and I didn't get that from Tesco's. It's in Tesco's now. I did pick it. One Pot Vegan, which is a Christmas Secret Santa. James Potts' second book, photo book. 4,000 Weeks, which I want to read all these books, and that 4,000 weeks is about, you get average lifespan is 4,000 weeks. You know, so I need to, and I want to be able to read Functional Training and Beyond, Battle Scars, Think and Grow Rich, Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. That's the one that's been at the longest that I've not read yet, and it's shameful because I picked it up because I listened to him on Five like, oh yeah, Family 4, just going through my books that I haven't read yet that I need to. Breakpoint, Wild Guide to Wales, The Backyard Adventure of Bo Miles. He's a great YouTuber, and so if you're watching this, watch Family 4 Explore. They vegans and they do some great videos too. Backyard Adventure. The Brownie book, Driving Over Lemons, which is meant to be phenomenal. And then there's a guy that was a Navy SEAL that had his leg bone. I've not read them. And finally, Matt Fraser. I've got all those books and I've got others on the go, and I really, really struggle to watch them. So watch them, read them. I spend too much time getting inspiration watching things on YouTube, whether it's watching fellow vegans. And I saw your shorts earlier, and it's really difficult because I give them the thumbs up on the TV, but because I'm always watching yours on TV, I can't comment. So it's really difficult. If you've got any questions you want to ask, just thought I'd put it out there. I've had a few through so far, so I just thought I'd do that. I've got a pile of books there, and I really, really need to get deep into them. But so that hour a day, I might get through a book or two. I'm really struggling. I used to be a prolific. All I did was read books, and to be honest, it's since I've had to wear glasses that I've stopped reading so much. It doesn't make sense because I can read perfectly well in the glasses, but I used to struggle reading at night, and especially in bedtime in bed, and I'd struggle, and the words would be blurred. But I'd try and put that, I'm tired, you know. But it wasn't. It was a lot of BS really, because a lot of it was down to the fact that I needed to get glasses, and I've got some phenomenal books, and I've got some great cookbooks which I don't use enough. I try to do, any plans for the weekend? Yeah, I've got a little bit of work. I'm going to take Peggy and my daughter. I'll do that. Answer the favourite. I'll answer the favourite book in a minute. Before I answer the book one, factual or fictional? And I love factual books more than fictional, but I'll get to that. So, I've just got a few walks to do, to be honest, and I'm going to try and plan to do some. I've got friends doing the southwest coast for the next, I think they're doing it 9 or 11 days. I need to do something, but I'm not there yet. I haven't quite sussed out what I'm going to do yet. to be honest with you, so I can't answer that one. But I just got through the week, and it's been an hectic week with the car being off the road it was off the road for 6 days. Favourite book? Let's go through a few. They're not all by any means here, but I'm just thinking. Vegan cookbook. It's between Gaz Oakley. Oh no, I've got to tell you what. There's a story behind it. It's got to be my favourite one, I suppose. Is it this one? Oh, I'll get it wrong. It's not that one. It's the other one. Where are you? Where are you? Just bear with me. It's this one. Oh, vegan cookbooks. I've got Bosch, the Lean Machine, a couple of Gaz Oakley books. Got both. I really like the Happy Pear, but I've watched them a lot, and I respect the Happy Pear, and I'll go into that in a minute. But this is got to be my favourite book, because look at the squiggly. I met the guy, Matt Pritchard, and he even sponsored me on the walk to Butcher to Vegan, and he signed it. And the true story is, if I put that back, and it's a great book, by the way, and he's doing a third, but this is his second one. And I said, well, his card machine wasn't working, and I said, which is the best? And he told me to get the second one. He could go, and what he did, because it was this one, because well, I'd have bought both, but he said, thanks for the inspiring about being a, and he gave me this one because it was damn. He said, you can have that one. I can't sell it like that. And it's the first one. Didn't sign it because it was done quick. But I've met him a few times now. He's a great bloke. He really is genuine. So I'm going to give that. I'm going to give the second one, Another Bite, my favourite book, purely because I don't do autograph books, and that's autographed. So vegan book, cookbooks, it would be Matt Pritchard's Another Bite. Looking forward to his third book coming out. I've got some weird ones there. I like Gaz Oakley a lot, and I like the Happy Pear. I'll tell you my problem with Bosch. They do a lot on YouTube, and I've stopped watching them on YouTube, not because there's enough to do. They don't give you the recipes, do they? Whereas you have to buy the book. Whereas Gaz Oakley just gives you everything, and I respect that. The Happy Pear are brilliant books. There are some great ones. I don't want to miss any. There's Jack Monroe, Vegan-ish. She's not a vegan, but it's a very good book. And yeah, but if I was going to go, there are a couple over here that I reckon could be my favourite books, but I just haven't got there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm going to go with Matt Pritchard's Another Bite purely because of the set of the side. But if probably I was going to say Matthew Syed Bounce, which is a great book, which I picked up when my daughter used to be very good. She was very, very good at karate. Very high level. And I bought this book and it goes on to about the 10,000 hours. It's a great book, but it infuriated me. I bought it when it came out, and I go for it. If I said you had to read 2 books ever, and I've had this since it came out, I go A Street Cat Named Bob, and poor Bob passed away, I think it was last year. That's a great book. I've never seen the film. I know there's a film, but I've never seen it. But that's a great book. And I've got that. Oh, when did it come out? Because I got it straight away. You found Bob 2007. I got it in 2012. I'd say I got it early 2013. I've had that book 10 years. It's a brilliant book. And I want to pass it on to someone to read, because that is a great, great book. You could probably get in a charity shop, but I don't like waste, and I believe in paying it forward. So that's a great book to read. The other one, but it did infuriate me, and I'll explain why. I got this when it came out. Steve Jobs. It was an inspirational book. I mean, I'm old enough to remember Apple when they were just completely, not in the beginning, I was as naive as worse, but I found it, when I read that back in 2013, I say it was a great book, great storyline. He's a vegan, I was a butcher, but he's a vegan then. But I got a bit frustrated where he tried to fix his cancer with just vegan diet, and you know, I understand people not wanting to, but if the trouble with Steve Jobs was he was an extremist. He really, really was an extremist, wasn't he? Because he wouldn't do any of it, and I mean, I'd have to read the book again, but I just felt it was a waste of a talent because, and it's like the COVID. We've all gone through this with the COVID. If you're an anti-vaxxer, I can't. You are entitled to your opinion on everything. I just felt that he didn't give himself a sporting chance. Could you imagine if Steve Jobs, with cancer, took treatment and then thought, I'm going to apply my life's ambitions to working against cancer like I did, creating one of the greatest computers. I mean, I've got an iPhone. Love my iPhones. I didn't go straight to iPhone, but I've got an iPod somewhere. I've got the original iPod somewhere. It's not in there. There's a older. I've got an iPod upstairs, the original one. I've even got a little one with the protective case on. I know that's a pretty too. I used to love those kind of things. My daughter had Apple phones and told me I'd never get used to them. I had so it was a Sony Ericsson. I can't think what you call him now. Non-Apple. But yeah, I won't go back from Apple now, and I want to get, even though I've got a computer in, I'm recording this on the iPad at the moment because I'm going to get I want to get an iMac. But yeah, I tried waffled and gone on. It's a tragic story because he could have done so much good, because he had a brain like one of those once in a lifetime, no, once in a century, no, let's say once in a decade brains, because they aren't that. He was a one-off, a bit like you could say Elon. I'm not a big fan of Elon Musk or Richard Branson, even. I don't know. That's a different kind of. He was such a clever guy, and he had the resources and the pool of talent to be able to do most things in life. I know Bill Gates is trying to do that now, but I just felt like he wasted his. And I should read a Bill Gates one, I think, to be honest. They're inspirational. I'll tell you what, one of the books I'm struggling with at the moment is Warren Buffett's called The Snowball. Now, if I was you, I'd read if you can get through all the mush. He's a genius, this Warren Buffett, and he's in his late 90s now, isn't he? Early 90s, late 90s, and he's an absolute genius. And fair play, he's given all his, but his diet is a crap. Hamburger, McDonald's, whatever, every day. But he's a very savvy man, and you get them once in a lifetime. And I got infuriated with Steve Jobs. Which one? Oh, the Steve Jobs or the street cat named Bob? But Bob, it says the street cat named Bob is such an inspiring story. But Steve Jobs is I was getting very angry with him because of his beliefs. He wouldn't do the medical side of things, and you can be a vaxxer or not. I've had the vaccines now up to date, I even had the AstraZeneca, which I'm allergic to, and I should never have had, and I had a massive reaction. But I endorsed the vaccine because it's to protect. If it's not to protect you, it's to protect others. So, but everyone's got their own opinion. But I just got so frustrated when I read Steve Jobs because there was some inspiring stuff. It was like he did it on borrowed time. He was coming to the end, and he knew he was coming to the end. It's a sad story, but it's a great read. What was I going to say? I've waffled. I'm good at that. Trying to think. There's lots of the Roger Federer autobiography is good as well. Shocking to believe how what he went through at a younger age. It was really shocking. But I used to read all the Jamie Oliver cookbooks, and they're basically when I went vegan, I had lots of meat. I'm not going to lie. I gave them all to my daughter and said, "No, do you want them? They're no good to me. I'm not interested." and it's really definitely really difficult. How can that? Did you see the Barnard starting there? Eat all you camping next weekend? Oh no, sorry, family court. I didn't. I thought I got a thing in there. I didn't see that. No. Just this. If you can hear the cat, he's not. Oh no, can't deal with it. That'd be Ty. So it was Zeus that was in earlier. Yeah. No, he's a bugger. No, I didn't. I've actually spoken to Ben. I messaged Ben, the owner of the barn, yesterday because he messaged me, and yeah, okay. All you barn eat all you can vegan buffet next weekend. I'll be honest with you, I thought it was like that when we went there. Yeah, we had but it was it was very good, wasn't it? Right, Rich, I'm going to answer that. Right, let's go through it. Fast food. So I've got a cat meowing out there, and he's going to wind me up, so I've got to go and let him in. But he had 2 hours to come, and he decides to do this now. Fast food. And I haven't been when that KFC did their first their vegan fillet burger. I went there, couldn't get. I've had it twice since, and the last time was probably 2.5 years ago, and I've not been back. Just don't. I've not been to McDonald's for probably. I went in there to pick friends up in 2013, 2014. I don't do McDonald's. Just don't do it. I've not had a Burger King. I need to try a vegan Burger King. Oh God, you put me into the cosh, aren't you? Because what else are there? Big chains. I don't know. This is not good because they've got the cat. If you can, I don't know if you can hear it, but he's meowing out there, and it's like animal neglect because it's not rain or anything, so you can wait for a few minutes. I'm trying to think. I don't go to Greg's. Ah, right. Sorry. Yeah. I haven't tried the Greg's Mexican yet. I like their Christmas bake when they do. Truthfully, Greg's is probably twice a month, and it usually ends up getting something like a vegan sausage roll because it's there, and I do like the bean and cheese, but they're always bloody. I've got 2 Greg's. I've got one 2 minutes from me, which is full of grammar school kids all through the day. That's how it makes its living. And I've got a massive one. I love the Xmas one. I haven't tried the Mexican one yet. And the funny thing is, my daughter and son-in-law love Mexican food. I'm not the biggest fan. I bought the other week in that vegan food shop, didn't I? That naked burrito at Asda. I haven't tried it yet. I will make a chili. I do make like a 3-4 bean chili, whatever, myself. But no, I haven't tried it yet. But also because the other Greg's gets manic. It's in a great big complex, and everyone shoots there because they can drive outside it, and the queue's usually out the door. And I'm an impatient bugger at the best of times, and I'm working, so I don't. No, I don't. I'm trying to think. In all honesty, in all truthfulness, if I had to take out one for the most regular, I go out with a group of friends and we go into a Witherspoons of all places, and I have the Beyond Burger there. It sounds a bit, but I double it up for an extra £1.50, and that's it. But no, I don't. Yeah, I'd have to say Greg's. So I don't do McDonald's. I don't do Burger King. I've not been to Burger King in I can't tell you how many years, because I should explain this a little bit. When I was doing the butchery side of things with the meat, which they're all based from in the first place, aren't they? I would make it all myself. I would do the chicken stuff myself. I would do the beef stuff. I would even make me burgers, And I'm trying to get through doing my own burgers now, so it's difficult. But on sales, it'd have to be Greg's. No. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Greg's, and I need 30 seconds because I've got to leave to go and let This is Ty. I'm just going to go and get him. Just bear with me a sec. Sorry. Please leave a question if you've got any, and I'll read it as soon as I get back. Hey, Pegs. Sorry about that, guys. Don't work with children or animals. And this is Ty. And Ty was meowing because I wouldn't let him in. And he goes to the French doors at the right, and he scratched at the window, but he knew he could hear my voice through the walls, and he was meow, meow, meow. Yeah, oh yeah. I know those vegan guys tried the Mexican one and they seem to like it. Trying to think what yeah. Greg's is good. I don't go there. Greg's used to do a great baguette. Place I've been, I haven't been, it was a regular alchemy colour. Costa. So I have one coffee a day. I used to go to the Costa and the ham and cheese, the vegan ham and cheese, but that got a bit repetitive. They had a great Christmas one, didn't they, with a vegan turkey? But that's a long gone now, isn't it? You know, it's not Christmas now for a while. They don't do it for Easter. You struggle with it. No. So go on then. There are 4 of you. Do you all have a preference? I mean, what's your favourite? I've always called pizza flamboyant cheese on toast. You like? I mean, I watch your video. I do watch your videos. So burgers. What's your favourite? Let's get this right. Let's term this right. Let's do this. What's your favourite branded? So not the Tesco brand. We'll do that later. Branded takeout alternative, i.e. Linda McCartney bucket, or Count Oomph is branded, or vegetarian VFC. What's your favourite one from a takeout point of view? And also, what's your favourite non-branded? I mean, the Kievs, they're not takeout though, are they? But I was really impressed with the Marks and Spencer's Kievs. But I'm not going to use the word mortified. I was disgusted by the Sainsbury's ones. I don't know how they could got it so wrong. So yeah, but Tara Rich, I have a coffee every day. Well, at least, yeah, I have a coffee every day. Monday to Friday, I go to the food bank one because they get top dollar off me for it, and I enjoy the coffee. It's a great coffee. And then on a Saturday and Sunday, I tend to go to an independent roastery by the train station in Cheltenham. I do have a Costa card. I've got a free coffee on there, I believe. And you know, my least favourite coffee is Starbucks. We haven't got a Tim Horton or whatever. I went there and got friends donuts from there last year, but the nearest one's about 6 or 7 miles from me. So yeah, I'm interested. They discontinued. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Nuggets are a real funny one. Like chicken. Have you tried the Tesco own brand ones? Because for value for money, they're phenomenal. And an air fryer is a game changer on all this stuff. I'll be honest with you. I love my air fryer, and I'll put it up on here. Get me on picture on. I took a picture of it because she's family for us. But the vegetarian butcher nuggets are fantastic. They really, really are good. They're in the freezer department though, but you know, they cook in no time at all. They are really, really good. But talking, and let me find it because I took pictures of it. And when I was asked about air fryer, I got an Instant Vortex Plus air fryer. They do a job. Mine's a single, and it is phenomenal. I love it. It's my toy, baby. it gets used far more than the process, which I've got the same. We've talked about this with family before. I've got the Ninja process. I got it spring last April, March, April time. It gets used, but doesn't get used anywhere near as much. The air fryer is used every single day. I love it. Like I said, I can even do toast it, dehydrates everything. I find that it's a game changer on things like that, you know, and that it gives the texture and the crunch if you want the crunch. Whether it's a patless fish fillet or, pardon me. I just did those Viva Hero steaks with chips for tea tonight just because it's a quick meal. I didn't even record it because it was just a quick meal. It took 9 minutes from start to finish to do the 2 Viva Hero steaks, which you can, and the chips. And it's a game changer because, especially, you're not lacking in quality or taste or anything. Yeah, I think I want to get this right. The vegetarian butcher, I've seen an advertisement on one of the vegan blogs that I'm on. They're in Farm Foods at the moment, and they've got something. It's one of the good brands, and I meant to go there today, and I just didn't have time. I'll go there this weekend. 69p a box, and yet they're usually £2, whatever. You know, I'm just saying. I'm telling you, being unimpressed here because you go, do you remember all the prices? I think they're usually about £2.15, £2.20, but 65p a box, and that's worth putting a few boxes in the freezer on. But also, I think one of the things you've got to remember is, and I'm the guiltiest of all on there. I'll get it, the guiltiest. I'm right up there on the guilt level of this. I buy so much processed, and I want to start doing it from scratch. And I was talking a little bit about it earlier. I'm going to start doing the videos of cooking, so I want to get rid of the tripods, and I've got a little stuff. I don't know. I'm going to start cooking from scratch and do things like yeah, do you know that this isn't... Their sausages are phenomenal. The bacon's great. I've not tried the mince. I've had a few other bits and pieces of that. I can't think what it is. But I'll tell you, then I read some really negative things about this, and I haven't gone into it to read up to decide. But yeah, I saw you did this bag bog. Yeah, so much choice. Do you remember? I know you've been a bit longer than me vegan, but 3 years ago January, the limit. Yeah, the dishes and bacon is so good. I'll tell you, they're strange, and I've mentioned this last week. I hate the fat, but so's the Richmond. There's one, Tesco's now, if any of you tried it, 2 parts to this, they do a streaky, Tesco's plant chef streaky bacon. And I've had the streaky bacon, but they do a belly, and the annoying thing is, it's the same thing, it's just thicker, but weight-wise, and they're charging over double. They're charging it's at £4.85, £4.95 for the 4 strips of vegan belly pork against 8 slices of vegan streaky bacon, which is the same thing, and it's all going to be made the same, and it's double thickness, so it's just a bit of a con. I need to make some, so I can do all that. I've got the, I bought it from. I bought the same. I can make it. It's just a bit of plant milk. Right. I went to Aldi this week. I picked up both the oat and the soya. Right. I love oat milk in my coffee. Can't be beat. I think soya milk in coffee is awful. My daughter picked me one up from Costa. It was abysmal. Right. Go back. Oat milk. Love oat milk in coffee. Can leave it there. It's my favourite milk, but I don't use it the most. Soya milk. Now I've got a gripe on here because there was a little comments if you went through my food shop. I did my food shop at Aldi this week, and I was doing for the pricing. Someone said, "Well, that's not right because it's so." I went, "No, it is." And then she says, "Oh, I've just looked. Yeah, you're right. The sweetened is 85 pence a carton. I don't get sweetened. They only add the sweetened, but it doesn't say sweetened. But it is the sweetened one. And I didn't want sweetened soy, but I'm drinking it at the moment with my herbal tea. So I always put a little splash in with the tea. So yeah, I like soya milk unsweetened in my tea. And if I was to have cereal, unless it's porridge, we had this conversation last week, and people would say, "Go to Aldi." Do you know I went to Aldi Wednesday night, and I didn't look at the cereal. I I didn't look at the cereal. I'm not the biggest breakfast person, but and I love oat milk with porridge. Extra, it's that psychological. It's extra. But then I've been watching a few YouTube people. What's his name? Pro Home Cooks or something like that. He's phenomenal, and he's done a lot of vegan stuff lately. But some people have been doing oat and vegan. I mean, I've got a bag of oats, so I might as well try some quality oat as I think they are. I should try and make some oat milk. Brilliant, good. But I will watch you tomorrow evening, so let me know. I'll tell you what, I didn't realise until I was doing. Let me tell you something now. You have to do a quick demo one before that, because it's a bit of a palaver when you first go to do a live one. I went to do a live one last Friday just to check out, and there were a few hiccups, and you've got to go through it like this is not for children and that. But then I realised, which annoyed me, because I've always wondered, how do they get it so that it's 8 o'clock tonight, 8:30 or whatever. Oh, yeah, put that out next. I'm always thinking 1 step, 2 steps ahead. So go for it, and you can schedule it for later on, so you let people know. I've only found that out. I found that at 8:29 this evening. So next one. So I've said I'm going to do Friday. I think I'm going to do Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Sunday. But just bear in mind, remember that those vegan guys will be doing a live one tomorrow night as well. It's their Friday. That's why I wanted to do Saturday night this week, but I didn't, purely because I realised they did their Sunday last week, so it's their Friday, it's their Saturday. So be careful, yeah, and just go on there and just dabble and just do a 60-second one like I did. I mean, you can delete it after if you want. I never did, but it's had a few views, but no, and it's really up to my watch. It goes really, and something strange happens. It monitors all this sort of thing now, and then it comes back, but then people have been watching it, and I don't think they count the live hours you do now. They do it some bizarre way. I don't know if they count these now. I'm going for 67 minutes, and there's half a dozen people watching. It's not, people don't know I exist, do they? But and I'm a bit so yeah, I might do an even, but we'll say also it's really weird when you're the only person on it, or there's one person clicks on. You don't, and there's no conflict. You've got to. That's why I will be there for you tomorrow night if you let me know the time. But be careful. Just saying this. I explained at the beginning. I wanted to do Saturday myself this week, but I realised those vegan guys will be doing it, and they're not awkward. Bless them. They do different things, don't they? So they have a Sunday lunch. Thank you. No, I'm vegan. Yeah, well, I can only be honest. I can only be natural. But if you've got any questions, please ask, because that keeps it going, the ball rolling. It really helps. But thank you for your positive comments. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, yeah. So I'm going to come up with some idea, and I might do one in the week. But it was a bit of a disaster. So if anyone wants to watch, maybe about get some snacks in, I'll be there. Like I said, why don't you do a short 60 seconds, or practice your live one saying what you're going to do at the time, and I'll be there. I'll get me snacks in. I've got some triangle. They're not Doritos, but they're I've only really got into them recently, and I've got some dip. I've got some hummus, and I've got some carrots, and I've got some. I'll be there. I'll watch it. Be interesting. I'll ask you a few questions, promise, so that we can. But I'll be interested in your views, your thoughts on that, because it'll be interesting. And of course, you've got a significantly bigger following, but just saying it out loud and people are listening. Just be careful, because those vegan guys, they've got a massive following, haven't they? So, and it's not being scared of it. It's also, I just like watching them. But if you do a live one at 8 o'clock, I'll watch it. I will. This could be interesting, because I could have two on the go at the same time watching two different ones. Gorilla Keyboard Warrior, which I'm not. I only put a few comments in on there, normally, to be honest. But yeah, get ready. I'm trying to think. Maybe ask me anything out, which I did. I did it to celebrate the 1,000, didn't I? But it gets the ball rolling because it's very quiet when you first do it, and it's very difficult because for a long time you may have one person watching you, and you want to interact because it's they give you the one thing that you don't get back, and this could be the most important book I ever read, and I haven't read it yet. They're giving you their time. 4,000 Weeks. Time Management for Mortals. It's highly rated, and I need to read it. I also need to finish my Matt Tiafella YouTube Creator Academy course. My thumbnails might be... Yeah, no, yeah, do it. Do it, go live, and then maybe, you know, I know everyone's life's busy, but, I mean, I'm just thinking Friday, Saturday, or maybe Friday, Sunday. The reason I'm not going to be doing every Friday is because I don't want to... I want to respect those that have been doing it longer, you know. And we done one before, and Grumpy Vegan Grandad helped to drum up interest. Had lots of questions. Brilliant. God, Grumpy Vegan Grandad. I haven't seen him do anything for ages, to be honest with you. Let me have a look. What's he doing? Because I haven't seen him do anything for ages. Is he still go? That one sounded. I don't want to be. I'm gonna have a look on my phone now. Apparently I'm lying. Let me check it out. I'm going on to it. Do you know? Oh, he did one 3 weeks ago, but that was about Pledor. Yeah, that's right. He does a lot of visuals and munches, big saves. Yeah, lots of answers. Yeah, I like Butcher Expo by Biggie. Yeah, that is barbaric. Sorry, I like Butcher. It's even when I did the Butcher, and I'm not trying to. Oh, I couldn't get made around it. Yeah. No, he hasn't done any. Yeah. Okay. Well, we need to get you up and running and see how you get on. The funny thing is, also, I will say this, and I don't want to bore the other people who are listening on this. Is you get a lot of people watch later on as well. So don't be, you know, and you get all the bits and pieces. You've got my number. If you've got any questions or anything, just ask. I've lots of non-vegan followers, which is great. Yeah, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like, I have one guy who comments regular as clockwork on my channel, and he's not vegan, but he's got real. It's like a gaming name, but he asks some interesting things. He makes nice comments. He's never horrible, but he turn around and put the odd. That's the reason I explained. Trying to get my fourth. I've got the 1100 on now, but my watch hours, which I had 4,000 hours a year ago. But I do, as you know, I do shorts, primarily shorts. Now shorts are great for getting subscribers, but they're awful because they don't count the watch time. And I'm never going to get 90 million views, am I? So, you know, they're in cuckoo land. So the timing don't work, but the subscriber count does. You just got to hope you get them. Oh, and yes, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Bear with me. I don't know how the watch hours work on the live though. I don't think that you get anything for that, and I don't want to bore people because it's gone down a bit because I'm talking. Please, if you've got any questions, put them out there. But I'm just going to go through this. Just give me a sec. I'm just getting some stat for you on this. I don't mind. Ask me anything, right? Bear with me. But since after, yeah, you must have the 4,000. I mean, I got the 4,000 last year. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I had the 4,000 last year, and then I don't mind telling you, I do a board because, as I said, it's going to Fars. And I gave myself a date I want to get there for. So it'd be nice to start giving something to Fars from this before Christmas. But at the beginning of August, I'd gone all the way down to 1,400 hours, which is great, 1,400. But it's not. I'm up now to 1,700 odd. But that video I did this live one last year, since it doesn't count the live, but since then I've had 84. No, I'm not going to lie to you. 84.5. So that's the most watched hours of a video I've ever had. So I'm hoping, you know, and that's why I'm doing live, and that's what I'm possibly going to do too, if I can get the momentum and get people to ask me questions. And I'm going to keep asking people to ask me. But yeah, okay. Are you at the forefront? I never even thought to ask you guys, because you know it comes up. I know you're significantly more on the subscriber count. I just automatically assumed that you had the watch hours. I'm sorry, and to assume is to make a out of me and of you, isn't it? So sorry about that. Yeah, it's the annoying thing is, do you find I often choose playlists? Can they? Yeah, I think they do. I'm sure they do, but hello, Day. Nice to meet you. Please, if you've got any questions, just please ask away, and I'll try and answer them. I'm sure they do, but again, it's the same thing. Shorts are great, as in to get someone to watch your channel, but it's like TikTok and all that, and you get subscribers from it. If you're watching the playlist, and I appreciate it, please watch them all, because the food and the comments that you get for the shorts and the food can be great. You get the odd one that's not, but you know, that's life, isn't it? We can talk about an 8 is going to 8 no matter what. But yeah, if you go through a playlist, because then over the course of the 3 years, there's plenty. Thank you. Yeah, there's an irony in that. I'll answer that because I didn't shampoo my hair when I use soap. I use Safe in Nature, but it's oh god, it's a shower gel. Thank you for answering praise. Yeah, but the saying that is what you said about original source shower gels I use, and I use the Bulldog roll-on deodorants because try to keep it green in. Thank you for the comment. Do you know what? You shocked me on that. I mean, I've really pushed it since April, since before the fast, and I've got an extra 300 odd hours. You've got to go down. I was going to say to you, doesn't it annoy you that I get it, but it just seems so far out of reach because it's a catch-22 on this one for us all. Right. They put advertisements on my videos because every now and again I do going back and watch one just to check, especially the longer ones, not the shorts, but I watch the longer ones to see what I can do, this, that, and that, you know, to improve, and because I do a lot of quietness and that, so I do watch them, and I see the adverts, and I got no problem with that. My concern is if they turn around in 6 months' time and said, right, you need 1,000 watch hours. We've done all the donkey work for years now to get this. We've done all the donkey work, and then other people can shortcut, and that's not fair, is it? So just leave it as it is. I appreciate the shorts coming along because that's got me to the. I would never have got the subscribers without the shorts. Let's be honest. Yeah, you got to be realistic. I don't want them to change the watch hours, but this time yeah, they own off your vids before we do, which is a bit unfair. Why not say we're going to use one of your videos? We're going to advertise one of your videos, so we'll give you a cut. Because they still take the majority of it, don't they? But they don't, you know, and that's not. I appreciate the fact that they've given us a platform. Some of that gets you out there, so yeah. I'm hoping that the lives are the way, but this one's had 80. The last one, sorry, had 80 odd. I showed you. So say you got 50, and you did 200. That's still. I was doing calculations. I've set myself a target at the end of April to get the 4,000. And this is the thing that gets me. For some mysterious reason, I got the 4,000 hours watch time last year. I mean, actual 4,000 hours. And this is gonna. I don't want to be boring people. The last thing I'm gonna do on this. This is just a fact. And then because I don't want to bore people. But where are we up to? Go on, cheer. 4 weeks, 3 6. See, the watch time, because shorts are shorter. Even this year, my watch time for the last year, even though I'm at 1,700, I've actually had just shy of 2,600. But it doesn't count because they were shorts. But then, oh, that's not what I was after. But then, yeah. But they don't count because a lot of them were shorts. But then, they've had off me since I started 9,840.1 hours. So they've had double the watch time. Maybe, and I don't even want them to say it's a frustration, but it's a great, once we're over it, we're over, aren't we? So I don't want to, I can't dwell on it. Because I know once you get over there, you're over it, and you get, hopefully then you get it's about getting the momentum, isn't it? Yeah. I was chuffed with the watch hours of the last one. I said I'd do this one. I'll do another one. It hasn't, it's looking when. So I'll definitely watch all guys. Yeah, they I think YouTube are getting all the money they can, which is, do you know what they've supplied this platform, and I've got to be grateful for that. Yeah. So, and I'm aware that we've talked a lot about that, and I try to be open and transparent with everyone. And like I said, when I get to the watch hours, it's going to FARS for the first 6 months, just in Plaza. But I watched I don't know if there are lots of great YouTubers out there, and we can waffle on. And anyone, what's your favourite? What's your favourite genuine? What's your favourite YouTuber out there? I mean, it doesn't do many. I think the one I look forward to watching the most, I like Mark Lewis, but he's not my favourite. I like Bo Miles is probably. He's a phenomenal guy, and that's why I got his book up there. But he doesn't do very many. You're lucky you get one of them. You're lucky if you get 10 a year off him, but he is something different. He's just a brilliant all-round human being, and he's given me inspiration. One of the reason I got the to pick up the garbage, the ring with put your bag in and your litter picker and all that, is because of him. But yeah, so who's your favourite YouTuber? Anyone? Please. But yeah, I was going to say, there's a Laura Try. And do you know when I don't like all these, I only earned £45,000 a month last. She's on there. She's been on it for a few. She gave up everything to do it 2 years ago. And her first year, she was genuine. That they were phenomenal. And the second year, which she announced yesterday, did a video yesterday, I watched it. It crashed down, but I understand why, but it just goes to show, I mean, she takes a third of hers through sponsorship, which I'm never going to get, am I? So, but the same principle is if you want to Insta, right? I watch a lot of mums and lifestyle vlogs mainly. I don't watch many vegan channels apart from you. Oh, thank you. If you friend, I watched a few, but it's difficult. Everyone's different with what they want to watch, aren't they? My players. Yeah, I watch Bo Miles, but I watch your. Like I said, it's really weird because I always give yours a thumbs up, but I always watch yours on the television, and I can't communicate on the television. So I feel kind of and occasionally when I get the iPad out and I type a message, and I do try and watch a few, especially if I've watched it. I'm watching it again, so I can send you a message, and I can always respond on the phone to the shorts. The trouble with the shorts, isn't it, is the fact that they are short, so you've got to be quick on what you do. I'm trying to think. Who do I watch? I watch Casey Neistat. I don't know. Oh yeah, I watch it. Yeah, I got the bomb-proof, Peggy-proof TV. I don't watch terrestrial TV on the TV anymore. I have it on the YouTube, and I'm watching some. There are some really good ones. I'll tell you what I'm into. The Institute of the Human Anatomy. No, don't let the kids watch it. I'm the squeamish. You go, well, you're 32. I'm squeamish. If I saw you, if I, you can, I can do the first aid. I'm squeamish, but I'm fascinated by that, and I've watched loads. Matt Diavella, which we need to talk about because I've got his course. The Pioneer. Mark Lewis. Look. You're next to Mark. Family 4. No, who's that? No.
Side, there's no scientific evidence that
I went into some. But yeah, I'm trying to.
No. Is any more healthy than eating animal products.
Oh god.
Well, I'm very sorry, you are wrong. There
It's like Grumpy Vegan Grandad come on my. Grumpy Vegan Grandad just did it. Because I did a search on him, didn't I? I watched VidIQ. We have a bird's nest up on our chimney. Can hear the baby birds, the amount of twigs from down the chimney. Oh dear. Now, I've got a GoPro and I've wanted to put it in a nest box, but with Zeus and Ty, so I don't know, something like that, and Ty's here next to me, my boy, they'd be terrible for it, to be honest. I used to watch Frugal Fit Mum, but I'll tell you what is a great cook is but he's not all vegan. Is but he's done a lot on vegan. Is oh, what's it called? Camera me. I'm trying to find it on here. I've just got my phone up trying to find. I like the unlazy with nothing to do with veganism. Have you noticed all these people that do these vegan? I went vegan for a month blogs and all that lot. He did that. I like a photography when I changed Popsy, got his books up there. Gaz Oakley's good, but no. Vegan gourmet. No, I said Lily Cooks Vegan, the Vegan Pig, the Tiny Vegan, the Vegan. I tend to watch a lot for inspiration. Levi and Leah, the Buddhist chefs, the sustainability. Have you ever seen? She's a young lady, but Grackle. She just made me chuckle. I watched her during lockdown. And she's extra Grackle, and they're pretty good. She's never going to watch this, so I'll give her a shout out. Trying to find the plant-based teacher's a bit. That's nothing bad. I watch a lady. She's not vegan, called Primer Midlife. I just find her inspiring. And that's it, isn't it? If you find someone inspiring, it's a great thing. Poppy Barr, she's a vegan, so I gave her young lady, but she was one of those who gave me the idea before you guys, to be honest, saw her first doing the weekly vegan shops. The Unlazy website, that Ace Outdoor Days. Find this guy, Blind Surfer Pete, whatever his name is. He's interesting. Grackle. Liam Brown, I find inspirational for a young man as well, and I don't hold it against them if they're like 20 years younger than me. They do things. He's ex-army, travels. It's great. Paul Mesner, the Appy Pair. Oh, and the Appy Pair do a lot of Family 4. If you're watching this still, the Appy Pair do a lot of recently. I think they've been sponsored by them, to be honest. They've done a lot of air fryer recipes, and I've got to ask, what birds? Do you know what bird is it? Blackbird, robin, pigeon. So I've got pigeons nest dead opposite my tree now for about 10 years. Noisy buggers. In the summer, I have to shut the window when it's boiling up because they're so noisy at 4 o'clock in the morning. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, just going through that. Yeah, do check them out. Oh, the Happy Pair. I've got their books here. They are really good. They do. I'll give you an example while we're here. I've got so many books. Okay. And I respect these guys because they give you the. Now I've got two pigeons opposite. I'll send you. I should fit it. They've been nesting. I warn you now. The pigeons have been nesting in my tree next to my bedroom window, sort of thing, just to the left slightly, for the last 10 years. These guys, the Happy, and that is a great book, and they do easy strawberry muffins, porridge freeways, recipe. Let's go through the recipes. Japanese vegan and noodle ramen, spinach and butter bean curry, good. They do desserts, they do all sorts. Southern Indian sweet potato and lentil curry, I've done that one. Jambalaya. Skinny banana bread. Masala Alaska curry. They do banoffee something. What was I after? I was after something else. And while you're there, because you've been brilliant, get Rich to recommend a takeaway that I should try. I'm a fast food. I eat Burger King, McDonald's, whichever, and what I should try. And I'll try and get there over the weekend and try it because I appreciate that, and I'll give it a go. Also, I'll film it for a short because I've never done a video like that before because I don't do them. What am I up to? Where is the... Oh. I've got a feeling the books in the living room that I'm trying to find of theirs. I bought a Happy Pair book. It's got to be in the living room. I have a small pile of books on top of all the books I've got here. They're in the living room that I tried. It's like my inspirational ones, but I never get there. Trying to think. No. Yeah, the Happy Pair. I think I've got about 4 of their books. They're really, really good. Twin Brothers. Double Plant is our favourite. Okay, then. Do you know what? This is the irony, isn't it? I could have gone there in half an hour and got one, but I ate just before I came on. I will try a double McPlan and just tell Richard I've bet my daughter's 28. 5. This will be the second time in 23 years that I've been to McDonald's. And I'm going to get a double McPlan. Do you have the fries with it? I'm just asking, do you have the fries with it? I don't know. I'm not that I'll go to the drive-thru and try that. If I don't try it tomorrow, I'll try it Sunday or Monday. I'll do it this weekend. Oh, McDonald's I got a McDonald's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the road. Of course, okay. I don't know, do I? I got McDonald's about 1 mile. The Neil. Oh, the deal. I suppose that's gonna be the deal. The meal. Okay. I will try the meal. I was going to say the deal. The meal. Okay. I'll try that. I will definitely try it, and I'll try and try it tomorrow, just so that I can bring it up in our conversation tomorrow night when you're live. Because second time in 23 years in McDonald's. My daughter's going to think that I've done something different, because if I tell her, she go, "What are you doing that for?" You know, just double McPlant is our fave. I'll try that, and I'll try it tomorrow, just so that I can comment on it tomorrow night. And if I don't, I will definitely try it and bring it up in the next live one. Warn you now. This is well, you're lucky. You've got Rich. You can, if you do a live one tomorrow, usually put the cat. If you like drinking anything, last week I had a co-drink as well, but I was worried about going to the toilet. I have a flask. Well, you got Rich. Next time I don't know how to say it. I want a flask because I have herbal tea at night, so it'd be palaver. I'd have the milk there. So I always put a little bit of, and I'd have a flask of hot water just to top it up, because that tea's been cold. Goes for a funny thing, but yeah, I will definitely try the McPlant. I mean, the meal. Yeah. Any other questions? Thinking I might wrap it up in a minute. It's gone 10 o'clock. Not that it's my bedtime, but I can only bore people for so long. It's only fair that I don't, unless of course this is something you want to listen to while you're going off to sleep. Because I had that question which I don't. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna, if I remember tomorrow, family thought, and I don't want to send it, I'm gonna send you a message on WhatsApp because I got the weirdest question asked me. It's in the ether, but it I'll send it to you because see what you think about it. Because me talking about you couldn't sleep listening to me because it's a bit like that. But yeah, go for it. If you do the thing tomorrow, let us know what time, and I'll definitely be there. I've got nothing planned tomorrow evening, so I'll even watch on the big screen. But I'll have my tablet on so that I can. Not only you're going to get 2 viewers, so you get double the time. Oh God, look at that. Oh, I'm making a mistake here. I'm going to watch you on the big screen. I'll have the tablet on so that I can talk to you. I just realised whenever I've done that with those vegan guys, they're getting double the watch time, aren't they? Oh, that's a bit clever. I never realised. Just sometimes I'm like a bright spark, and sometimes I'm not. But yeah, anyone got any questions they want to ask before I switch off the night? Because I mean, we've had a bit of a chat, and I don't want to bore anyone because I know that I can be a bit repetitive and boring, and it's been a long one. I'm quite happy to go on for a little while, but obviously interested if you've got any questions. Got any plans? Any walks at the weekend? I'm going to take Peggy and my best friend's dog out up an hill called Leckhampton tomorrow morning, and then I got a walk tomorrow evening and Sunday evening and Monday evening, but they'll be short walks somewhere close, probably Leckhampton. I have to pay to walk at Cleeville, which I do pay the licensing fee, but I'm just saying it's but it's a bit of a trek as well. It's when you've got a few dogs and you're doing it, it's not a big deal. But I've done a lot. I've done a heck of a lot. I mean, my car was off the road from last Thursday after lunchtime till Wednesday evening. I picked it up when the garage was shutting on Wednesday, so I was cycling from customer to customer. So I said earlier I'd cycled 120 miles. Millington's Magical Barn Sanctuary. Where is that? Just a sec. Where is that? Now I'm gonna have to Google this at the same time. Oh, Millington's Magical Barn. Okay, where are you then? Visit us. Tours must be booked in advance. Please complete the form. Have you booked tours run from Fridays to Sundays from March to September? Okay, you've got all that, but where are you based? Trying to find out where you're based. I've never heard of it, but this is what I like about these kind of things. You learn about new places. Do you know there's a lot of people go to a different farm animal sanctuary in Evesham. Far's been around a lot longer, and Far's is vegan, and they're not. And they must lose a hell of a lot of potential visitors because of this other one. It's advertised. Yeah, no, I usually message. Yeah, I know. I realise what part. Where is Millington's though? Is that based in Cheshire? That's what I'm trying to find because it's got it's not coming up. About us. 9 channels. Oh, they've got donkey on the front page. My daughter loves donkeys. No, I got the other one isn't vegan. No, the other one isn't vegan, and that's what upsets Carol and everyone because they piggyback on, but they're not vegan. But do you know what? They're still doing. I shouldn't say it like that. They're still doing a great thing. It's about on the animal front. It is a great thing. So I'm not trying to it's unfortunately the money doesn't go to the one that does practices what we preach sort of things, without being preachy. Yeah. Do you know what? I've clicked on this page. It's a Yorkshire-based animal sanctuary aiming to rescue animals that are in need. We currently have almost 90 animals in care. Fair play to us. Sponsor an animal, make a donation, buy a week. Okay, join our Patreon. Cute looking these are there. Nice bow tie and flat cap. Ricky, oh God, the rooster. God, it's just me noisy. Geese, ducks, turkeys. Okay. If I'm ever up Yorkshire way, I should have to go and visit there because it does look good. But it's the owner just vegan calf there. The owner just done the marathon. Sugar. Oh no. I'm just gonna bear with me. I made a big boo boo. Cut off time just gone, isn't it? It closed at 9 o'clock. The London Marathon closed. I meant to sign that. I'll have to do it for a charity. Trouble is, as fast as not the Dream Shop in the Sanctuary. I thought about it a bit. And you go. I always say if I win the lottery, which I don't do the lottery, but if it comes into money, I'd have I thought about different things like that. About you know, I love dogs, so I'd love to. There was a dream place in the middle of nowhere, remote, and it was on the market for 995,000. It had a bit of land and stables, and I thought I could do some boarding kennels there for dogs, make it luxury. I haven't got the money to do it. I could make it luxury, and then I could get rescued animals because it had the land. It's even got a little bit of woodland, so I get where I really do. I don't wish that Fars was closer so I could do more there. I wish there was no need for them, and that's a really, you know, it's a difficult one, isn't it? I wish there was no need for Fars because then it, you know, but unfortunately there is. So you know, yeah, I'm on Facebook. I follow the rescue dogs, and Peggy was a rescue dog, but I say she was lucky because she was rescued as a pup. They still took part of her, you know, and I walk quite a few rescue dogs from Spain, Bosnia, Romania, and the UK, and especially I don't want to victimise the European rescue dogs because they're put in what they call kill shelters. Yeah. Carol's such a lovely lady. I mean, it's an inspiration, isn't it? The only thing I share with Carol is birthday, and I'm chuffed about that. Oh, it's really close to me. Okay, so you've got someone else. See, this is fantastic. And by the way, Family 4 Explore, if you don't know I'm vegan. They do a great YouTube channel as well. And Florence and Ollie and Jason. You know, there are three more, and I always forget one. Don't. I couldn't remember Florence's name the other week, could I? And I felt so guilty. Yeah, they do go and give them a visit if you've got an animal sanctuary nearby. You know, because my ignorance and let's call it ignorance. I never thought of zoos as the way they are, and yet I was always touched by that. There's that famous picture of and they put it in. It was either London Zoo or New York, a zoo in New York, the most dangerous animal in the world, and they put a mirror there, and it's so true. Good to see that. So good. But yeah, I never thought of zoos the way they are, and you know, years ago, I don't know, I picnicked in Longleat Safari, and they talk a long time ago. You could just have your picnic in the enclosure where the zebra and the giraffes were just walking around, and I thought it was great, you know. And they had a gorilla on the island, but it's just, and they had cable TV, Sky Television, and that, and they made it. But you don't realise, you know, we're conditioned and we're programmed to. No. The last time I went to a zoo, and I was impressed, but I was looking at it through different glasses, and that was well, different eyes, I should say, and a different mindset. No, coming on. Somewhere near Yorkshire, if not Yorkshire, because to follow. It's nice when you see people that come in. There's stuff in the last week they're communicating with each other, and it's lovely. Yeah, I went to Dublin Zoo, but I'll never go there again because it's part of what I said about the journey, isn't it? You start on one bit, and then empathy comes into it, and realization, and you build. You know, I mean, we're all doing a journey, and I would have loved a sanctuary 20 years ago, but I wouldn't have thought any different. And it's just part of how we develop as we're going through our life and vegan journey, you know. Oh, and while you're there, did you get your tickets for the vegan camp out? Because the price goes up in 2 days' time, just so you know. I don't know what they're going up to, but they've been advertising about how they're the cheapest for a while, all week on Facebook. Make sure you get it, because then, like me. 6 miles from Wakefield. There she's. No, I'm vegan is 6 miles from Wakefield, so you've got that now. And if you're close to the sanctuary, why not give it a visit at some time? It doesn't have to be this weekend, does it? You're supporting a great cause. But yeah, but no, just thinking, yeah, life changes and our paths change and our attitudes change, and I'd have a sanctuary. Yes, I would. I'd have a sanctuary. We did, you know. Chris passed 18 years ago now, but 18 years ago when she passed, we had 18 rabbits. Yeah, sorry, going to vegan camp out. The price goes up. It's either tomorrow or Sunday at the latest, and it is going to go up because they keep talking about how much all the others are compared to them. And you know, should I take Peggy? Is a question I've got for you guys. The border collie. Coating. Terrible. No. Yeah, they were all rescued rabbits, and they all had their own hutches, and we had a big run. So you couldn't let the boys out together. You couldn't let the boys out with the girls. You had to let them out individually. But I built it all on the our old house, and we had a mother and daughter rabbit. A lot of Himalayan mountain rabbits, which are like they're albino eyes, but they're white with a bit of black and black pointy. Lovely. Dwarf. We had a great big cuddly, huge rabbit called Rooney. Rescued with rotten teeth. It was a vet bill, really, to be honest with you, but he was the most loving rabbit, you know. And but our life changed when Chris, my late partner Megan's mum, died. So when they passed, they're buried in the garden, you know, and we stopped. Then we had 3 battery chickens, and we had 4. Unfortunately, one passed within 24. We got them on a Sunday. We had to go and we did it through the river. Don't forget, I was all meat then. I heavily into eat meat, but we went and got them. But I've got to say this and be openly honest, and I want to always be openly honest and truthful with you. We got these 4 battery chickens, and they looked like something that was almost dressed but live for the fridge counter at Tesco's. Put it that way, or in a butcher shop. Very, very few feathers, red mite galore, and one passed within 24 hours. So we buried in the garden. It's like a pet cemetery, our garden. And but my daughter was upset. She was 11 and a half, 12 at the time. Okay, I have to check the. Sorry, go there. I'll go back to the chicken. I watched your vegan campaign, and I watched your but I didn't see any. To be honest, I'll have to go double check that. I did watch your vegan campaign video I think it was last year, wasn't it? And it's like with fast, I would never have gone to fast if it wasn't for you. Because I watched your Easter one. Actually, yeah, that's the one I got me into it. So I do watch your videos. And I remember the vegan camp out. I remember the foods and all the rest. I don't remember any. That sounds horrible. Sorry, but yeah, okay. I have said to my daughter, I originally asked my daughter to have Peggy. Then I said, I'm probably going to take her. And I think she would enjoy it. But don't forget, Peggy's 18. Be 19 in August. Goodbye. Yeah, so KFC. And she got upset about the chicken and that passed. And I said, well, it had the best 24 hours of its existence because it had sun on its back in the garden. I had one of those igloo things and ruined the graft, but it didn't matter, did it? And then we named them KF&C. The irony was they were never going to be that. And yet I had these chickens that looked like, and I could still go to work the next day and do butchery, and it never registered up here, the barbarian. And they gave us they were not profitable, but they gave us eggs until almost the very, very end. And they got old. I think the one lived to about 8 and would fly towards you and fly because I didn't clip them. I thought if a fox got in the garden, no, if I didn't clip them, if a fox got in the garden, because we had foxes around, they could. And we had a collie which was Dan Willow, but they could fly a bit, get away. And the one would fly and land on my left shoulder, and then go all the way around and be like a parrot. And the first time it did it, I thought it was a novelty, so I brought it and I walked into the house and said, Megs, my daughter, come and have a look at this. And I've got a great big chicken here. And what you don't realise is chickens are blooming heavy. Because they're not that 2.3 kilo thing you've got. These were living out in the garden, having the feed, but they were free range. They would go in, I'd put them in, they would go in at dusk and then you'd lock it all up and it was secure because it was like a bottle. And it's quite warm in the winter months because it was good. And but we lost our last chicken to a fox. We did. But we got 2 others really expensive fancy breeds because the old age got to them in the end. But we liked having chickens. And we'd give the eggs away more because with 3 chickens we get more the eggs than the 2 of us were eating. So it wasn't about exploiting them, And it wasn't about that. I mean, I thought about having bees, but not for honey. But they're good for pollinators, aren't they? Not for me. I'm not a gardener, but the bees do so much good. The world wouldn't exist the way it does without bees. So, one of my customers, she has bees, and I was there this afternoon. She had all her kit on, and all the bees were swarming around. She was like, and I wasn't worried. And she said, "Oh, it's okay." And they exploit the bees for the honey. And if the bees weren't given the honey, they wouldn't have the bees. But they've got a beautiful garden as well, and they've got the fruit trees. And I've got a pear tree, and and I'm just thinking, I had dreams of having on my old shed. It was concrete, a great big concrete piece across, and putting beehives on there. But the reasons why are different to now, So I don't know. Maybe one day, if I had a sanctuary, I'd have a beehive, and it wouldn't be for exploiting the bees for their natural reserves, because of all the good they do, and all the risks. But then again, you throughout the country, like the farmer next door could have pesticides, couldn't they? And it's just such a because they do travel. Bees, they can travel miles, can't they? So I don't know. But animal sanctuary sounds like a wonderful, wonderful idea. Yeah, can let it go. Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you. No, I've just enjoyed your video, and I've been watching you guys for a long time. I've even gone back. I think you went somewhere like Turkey years ago, and I have gone back and watched them and given them the thumbs up sort of thing. You know what I mean? The different ones. But yeah, just because I don't comment doesn't mean I don't watch them. It's just I need to start using this thing more, and then I can comment. Instead of watching it on the TV and giving it a thumbs up, because I understand that could help the algorithm as well. But just bear in mind, if you do this tomorrow, you'll be getting double the time because I'll have it on the TV and I'll be commenting on this. So let us know what your plans are on that. I'm going to call it a night in a minute. I think it's almost 2 hours. It was 14. So I'm going to give it another 5.5 minutes. So if anyone's got any questions, any comments, any feedback, please, if you've got any feedback, give it, because it really helps. I mean, this is only the second one. Yeah, it's easy. People are very complimentary, but constructive criticism is just as important, I mean, The reason I come in it, I go into my dining room. I don't use it as a dining room because it's only me now. But it's just I'm more comfortable. If I'm sat at a chair, I'm not. I could slouch on a sofa and I would be asleep by now, to be honest with you, because it's been a long day. But all comments are brilliant. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, please, if you've got any feedback, any comments, family thought, I will definitely tune into you guys tomorrow. And I'm gonna leave it there. And thank you for everyone who's watched. If you've got this far, absolutely awesome. And give it a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. That'd be amazing. If you haven't, and you could get into watch a few of the other. If you haven't watched them before, thank you. And I'm sure you're going to be absolutely fantastic tomorrow. Looking forward to watching it, to be honest. So it's the onus is on a different foot, isn't it? It's kind of nice like that. I watched Paul and Chase. Oh, sorry, I'm going to say this. I used to get narked. I used to watch their football. Jason's into his football, isn't he? Yeah, the next one will be Saturday, but I will make I'm thinking I will definitely put a post up and I'll make a comment or two in the shorts. I'm sure it's going to be Saturday next week because I'm pretty sure those vegan guys are next Friday. I was going to say to you, well, obviously I know you're coming in. I did do Family 4. I did them all before you came on. I didn't have that many to go through, to be honest. Probably 10, 15. But I did the Aldi shop, the battered no pork sausages. Explained that I preferred my own with using the Beyond sausage. They're fantastic. If you go back, you can see the score I gave them. The rich tea biscuits, the battered. I did do it. Thank you. I'll be honest with you. I did it because it was very quiet and I could see there was only one other person. I thought, one viewer, they're not going to stay around if I don't do something. I'll be running out of things. I talked about dough and glazed donut complete. They're brilliant, and I think they post. Yeah, thank you, Lucy. You were late. Shameful, but she didn't know that I was doing a live. I'm sure. And I mentioned this, Zen V Garden, because they were phenomenal. Best takeout. But yeah, and of course, don't forget to book, because me doing this, I tell you what, seriously, because I'm not, I meant to apply for the London Marathon because the cut-off was 9 o'clock, and it slipped my mind until you mentioned the guy done the London Marathon. Now I'm going to have to do it for Pacific Charity, but the trouble is with that is they charge an absolute arm and a leg. You have to raise thousands and thousands, and FARS is such a small charity. It doesn't go down the same route. It's difficult, so I can't do it for FARS. But I was gonna. Oh, doesn't matter. That was my own stupidity. By the time I realised, it's not like I could have done it in 2 minutes. I was half an hour. I was an hour late, to be honest. So it's my own fault. Then again, there are plenty of other good charities out there. I'll do it for an animal one, of course, and figure it out. But yeah, let's call it a night. Yeah, shame on you, Lucy, for being late. Right, yeah, sorry, I was going to say, sorry, very quick, because I do want to go. Mine will be at 8 o'clock. Right, so do a quick demo one. You can apparently, I only found this out today, and I can do this now, there's only 4 people. You go through and it does let you set a time to let people know. I didn't know that until today. So that was this is technically my third live because the one was only 1 minute long, but I didn't know to do a live. Yeah, and I was going to say to you, just give yourself a few minutes because irony is it takes a few minutes to set up. So just my only bit of advice is, and I did it, go in sometime tomorrow, do a live and just do a 1 minute one. We'll do it 59 seconds if you can. Counts as a short, surely then, I presume. But just do it. So I'm going to go live at 8 o'clock tonight, blah, blah. But you see the things you've got to go through. So you've got to make sure before you can go onto it, you've got to say this is not for children and all that lot. So you just got to get the boundaries, you know what I mean? You've got to get the boundaries right. So that, just go for it and enjoy it. And I look forward to watching you guys tomorrow. And I'm going to clock off in 15 seconds time. Oh, I will make a popcorn. I've got some popcorn out there. I need to get one of those machines really because I'm terrible when it comes to the saucepan. Yeah, that's it. It's 2 hours. This is 2 hours long. Good luck, Lucy, tomorrow. I will be there rooting and supporting you and go for it. Take care. Bye. Oh, and subscribe if you haven't already and you've got this far and there's a couple of years left. And you haven't, but I'm sure you have. But thank you very much. Take care. Till the next one. Bye.